Welcome into your video, Aquarius. This is Lauren the Mystic, and we are here pulling some cards for the Aquarius new moon, which is taking place on the 29th. So I have just pre-shuffled these cards. We're going to pull some cards for you today to tune into your soul growth messages, tune into personal development messages, anything that needs to come forward for you from Spirit. Thank you. Showing us the overall energies. Ooh, I love that. You got the moon as the top card. So if you are an Aquarius rising, this is taking place in your first house, which is huge. You've got the sun and the moon conjunct, right? For the new moon, the dark moon, the seeding point. We have got Pluto in your sign, and the sun was just conjunct Pluto. So they just made contact, just had a Kazemi moment. And now the sun moves forward into the seeding moment with the moon. And as that's happening, Mercury is going to join up with Pluto now. So the sun sort of representing that noetic light in your life, that forward movement of the overarching theme of your legacy, where you're going. And then Mercury representing your mind and the thought processes, the paradigm shifts. And what I really have been feeling is the awakening of this space within the mind. So we're just getting your energetic story. Thanks for hanging out with me as I pull the cards, Aquarius. I will timestamp this, so if you want to jump ahead, feel free. But we've got a lot of dynamic energy. Uranus is going to be stationing direct soon in the house of Taurus. So wherever your placements are, wherever you're listening, whatever you're listening for, tune into your own natal chart. Tune into the house of Taurus to know that when Uranus goes direct, there's a contact with this moon. And when Uranus goes direct, it's going to create a sudden shift that's in relationship to the house of Aquarius and the house of Taurus. Again, if you are an Aquarius rising, that is your first house for Aquarius. All right, and now let's get some oracle cards for you, Aquarius. Spirit, what does Aquarius or Aquarian collective need to know at this moment in time for this new moon? What do they need to see? What do they need to know about their path, their journey? What messages? Ooh, chatty. This happened to another sign as well, Aquarius. The last reading I did actually was a personal reading. It wasn't a collective reading, but the oracle cards were jumping out. There were upright cards and then like a whole pile upside down. And I really intuitively felt like it was meant to be taken, so I did. We're going to do one more deck here. We are pulling cards today from the Angel Tarot deck. Then we've got the Starseed Oracle deck as well as the Earth Magic Oracle deck right now. Here it just happened again, Aquarius. Spirit, what messages do you want to provide to our Aquarians today? Please and thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, let's get started. Okay, Aquarius, we have got dawn, new beginnings on the horizon for you, which a new moon in the first house so powerfully, the energy is so powerful here for you right now in the house of Aquarius with Pluto, with the sun, with the moon, and now Mercury. It's going to be a huge new beginning, and you may be feeling that. You may be feeling that energetic shift already taking place within you. This is a time where you are going to be really working with your vibration, dancing within the flow of this energy, allowing this energy to move through your body as a celebration, as an expression of joy, of movement that's going to be bringing nourishment. There's going to be opportunities also to really deeply celebrate the changes that are coming. We've got River. River is about movement. It is about, I should probably move my candle. It's a little too close to all of these items. Okay, River is about going with the flow and how there is a natural current, a natural movement to the water. And this particular card is very serene. It's very peaceful. It's that dawning of a new day and being in this peaceful serenity flow that is working with the energies around, energies that are supporting you in nature, supporting you in your environment, supporting you just internally to move into this new beginning. We've got full moon, completion. So as this new beginning is occurring, there is completions that are closing out their cycles. They are on their way, moving through your energy. And when you think of your own energy as a container, it's important that we release, that we let go, that we allow that surrendering to occur so that everything that's ready to come in has space to drop into form, to really arrive and become embodied in our energy. And so I believe this is a time still of clearing your vessel, of clearing negative thoughts, negative habits, potentially old ways of being. There's new ways of being that are coming online, and you can allow this to be easy. You can allow yourself to go with the flow when it comes to releasing, and just simply let the old ways go as you begin to embody these new beginnings. We've got fog, veiled. So what I feel here for you, Aquarians, is that there was something that was blocking your path. There was something that wasn't quite clear, but now that clarity is coming online, and it could be that it's really coming online somatically first, within the body first, as you tune in to these new aspects that are coming online that you're ready to celebrate. You're ready to dance within the flow of the movement, dance within the new joy that's coming online in your life. And the last card we've got from the Earth Magic deck is Whale, Breach. And this card speaks to allowing yourself to be seen, and the movement and the force that it takes for you to come up out of the waters and share with others your majesty, really, It's coming up for air, but doing so in a way that shares your song, shares your vibration, right? So the first Starseed Oracle card you received, which really feels very thematic, is that what is completing here, what is moving out, was this deep period of soul growth. This card is Earth School. And so it's about graduating from a process, a very deep process of needing to learn the lesson the hard way, going through these deep soul lessons, proving things to yourself, likely stepping into roles and situations that might have surprised you, might have shocked you that you just went for it or that you just did something, or potentially that's something that is on its way. But for me, intuitively, as I am reading this, for most of the collective, I'm feeling that this is a past tense energy, an energy that just moved out. So this has been a time of deep study, but it seems like it's been about learning new aspects of yourself, growing these new parts of your soul. As what I'm hearing is a commitment to your own self, doing something for yourself that you felt deeply driven to do, deeply driven to participate in, to step into that call. And then we had jump in, come out in reverse. And so you be the intuitive decider here, using your own intuition and discernment, as this is a collective reading, which I did, it's a given, but I did forget to mention it. So I apologize, Aquarius. But yes, this isn't a personal reading. Definitely apply these messages to your own intuitive knowing as they're sort of evoking within you your own understandings, how they're landing in your life, some of the themes that might be coming up in your life. Okay, so there's a message here from Spirit, whether this is meant to be right side up or upside down is up for you to decide. This is about jumping in, saying yes to change, going on an adventure for your soul. This is a galaxy that looks a lot like an eye, and it contains all the possibilities, pure possibilities and potentials. So much vastness in this image when you really zoom in. And the character in this card is just jumping into the center point, jumping in to the richness that this entire galaxy contains. And so for some of you, this may have been in reverse because there may be some resistance to change. There may be some resistance to an adventure you're ready to embark upon. Perhaps that has to do with these new beginnings. But this is a sign to just jump in, just say yes. And then we had this entire block of cards fall out. And so I'm going to go through them. We're going to go through them a little faster. I believe they're likely, you lean in, but I think they may be supported messages discussing what has been underlying this completion energy, what has been underlying the Earth School energy of you having had just gone through this deep period of learning some significant lessons that were soul growth type of lessons. So here we go. We have got activated Earth. This is a card in its simplest form about trusting where you are led, trusting where you are guided, specifically geographically. If you're guided to travel somewhere, if you're guided to vacation, move, start looking for other jobs in new locations. If you suddenly feel called to a specific type of environment, trust that. There's medicine there for you. There's a growth. There's a reason behind it that Spirit wants you to really sit with in regards to this growth, the new beginnings, and where you've come from. Okay? Then we've got the second one out. You have got the love. This card is a card about moving from a sense of any type of codependent energy, any type of I'm not sure if I'm good enough type of energy, any reliance on other people to create a sense of self-worth. This is about our boundaries, about calling all of your energy back to yourself, and really being clear on where you stand energetically. Who are your tribe? Who do you trust? Who do you allow in to your inner circle? And this is a reminder that you create that. Okay, Aquarius? So perhaps this is something you're still working on. This might be part of this completion energy. We've got next, We the Hathors, which talks about the healing that takes place through the maternal lineage, often including gifts, including creative opportunities, including the soul gifts that we have to offer to others. This is a card that represents deep love, about the potency of a mother's milk and birth being a portal. And sometimes the birth is the going through the difficult experience, going through that soul growth period where we feel like we've gone through hardship, or we feel like we've been kind of squeezed into this new chapter, this new beginning, which could be this new beginning that's coming online. And so this is a reminder that this is a portal into you opening up further, you healing further, you bringing forward nourishment with you, and being held in the process, being held by the support of your guides, of your ancestors, and specifically of your lineage. We've also got whale and orca elders. So I would really say that right now, whale energy is very important. It's showing up twice for you. So lean into the whale energy symbolically, maybe looking that up as a spirit animal and what the significance might be to see if you find deeper meaning. But this is a card again about sharing your song, sharing the frequency of your sound, and about the deep dive into the waters. Waters symbolically representing emotional, the emotions, going and doing that deep soul searching work, and then bringing that up to the surface like we had with this card here, breach. It's like you're doing those deep purging dives, and then you're coming to share through the frequency of your own voice. You're sharing your vibration, your sound, and it comes through with the wisdom of the elders, because the elders are supporting you here. They're coming through you, right? holding you in a space of protection. And the last card that came out was Lost Lands. And this is about your potentially soul retrieval, soul remembrance of your personal gifts coming back online. There is a sense that you've done this work before, that you've got a mission that you are here to serve. It's a higher purpose than yourself. So let's take a look at your tarot. First card, which represents how your energy is showing up right at this moment, is the Moon. Archangel Haniel. And this particular Moon card is about the receiving of important insights, that there are events going on behind the scenes that you may not be fully aware of, but you're getting intuitive hits, intuitive knowing. And this is about trusting that and releasing any fears that you may have and trusting your own psychic ability and insights and gifts. Okay? So, trusting that. I'm also really feeling that there may be really insightful downloads that come through with this moon. So be prepared, especially when you're in a stations direct. You know, that is often associated with psychic insights and downloads and sudden aha moments being received. Excuse my drink. Okay, so your recent past, we have the Seven of Fire, defending your beliefs, your decisions, needing to stand your ground and choose your battles wisely. So again, kind of reiterating some of the difficulty you may have just been moving through. Definitely feels that it has challenged something deep within your own sense of self. And you've needed to get really clear on your boundaries, to stand your ground and to clear your energy. You may have even felt other people's energy penetrating into your space, which is why I believe this card, You've Got the Love, came up, because it's not only reminding you to clear your field, but letting you know that you are also protected, that you've got protection surrounding you from whatever you needed to stand your ground about. Present energy, Five of Fire, excuse me. Sorry, I hope I didn't make a loud noise with the mic. I just touched it accidentally. I'm not used to it yet. This is about feeling a sense of conflict presently in some capacity, some kind of competition when it comes to goals or conflicting beliefs, conflicting details, not being able to resolve where you really firmly want to find an even flow. And that could be why River came up for you, to remind you and as a message from Spirit for you to continue to focus on that flow, focus on maintaining your own flow, your own harmony, regardless of being potentially surrounded or having to engage with some type of conflict, whether that's in your work life, your home life, whatever level that might be on, okay? And then in the near future, we've got renewal, which is beautiful energy, Aquarius. Archangel Jeremiah here. Renewal, though, is a card that does ask you to review and evaluate, to really take an objective assessment of the facts And the facts don't just include the logical facts, they include the emotional facts, the felt feelings. The truth about those feelings are facts, okay? And so you're taking an assessment of the facts, the energy, the conflict, how things are showing up, what your decision is, what you've had to defend, how you've had to stand your ground, what you've been choosing to engage with in a wise capacity. And after this assessment, you are now prepared. You have, it feels like a strategy or a game plan and this deep understanding that now travels with you in this new direction. And there's a sense of renewal that comes with that, that is going to fuel you going forward into this new chapter. And so the energy that underlies all of this, we've got first the Hermit. This talks about the process of you going inward, really spending some time on your own inner journey, time perhaps journaling, perhaps doing that evaluation and review. But this is also really doing that deep dive, right? That the whale has been doing, going down in your own emotional territory, really sifting through the archetypes, the structures of your own belief system and what is important for you. And then it's helping you to construct, right? So this is part of your process, this need for you to tend to your energy in that way. We also have the Queen of Water, which is a card of really nurturing. This is tender-hearted energy, empathetic energy, patient and loving energy. And so this is, again, another card of self-care. But not only self-care for yourself, but also nurturing those who are, if you are in a love relationship, or those closest to you, those in your family and your tribe. It's really focusing on the value of those relationships and pouring into them. But this is a card about really nurturing yourself, your energy, the things that matter to you, which are those relationships. That's why you're nurturing them too. But you're doing it all from a place of what fills your cup. And as you do that, it's opening up not only your heart more, but your intuitive knowing more. And it's tuning you in more deeply into this inner journey that you're on. It's like this quest, it feels like. We've also got the Four of Air. So this is, again, a time for resting, a time to allow yourself the break from whatever this was that was such a battle, very taxing energetically is what I'm feeling. This is a card about you needing rest time, needing some time to enjoy, to take a vacation, giving yourself more time to meditate and allow more integration space is what I just heard before you need to make a decision on this next new chapter. There's no rush for you to just run right into that. If you are still constructing within your own self, what is the most appropriate direction you want to go in, and how do you want that to tangibly look, right? Then we have the Four of Earth. Speaking of tangible, this is really about you getting that sense of balance within the tangible expression. How do you want this to look going forward? So you're finding balance right now as you're moving forward. You're making very good decisions for yourself from a balanced place. This could be balanced business decisions. This could be balanced financial decisions personally. It's a card about not being too frivolous or too cautious with your money, but having kind of like it's just right, you know. Oops. Almost dropped that last one. King of Air is the last energy sort of supporting this story. And this is about you kind of reaching the end space where you're feeling that sense of renewal come in. You're feeling more of this evaluation. The integration is completing, right? So as that integration completes, you move into this King of Air energy, which is really you speaking your mind with confidence. It's when the whale breaches and has something to say. You're doing so from this very brilliant, professional, diplomatic, objective, confident space. This is also a person who's able to really weigh out the mind and the emotions and balance the two of those and create something from a more enlightened perspective. And this is also knowing when you need to add people to your team to help support your mission, to bring in some additional professionals to support your goals, because that's what the King of Air does. They're very good at looking at that whole picture. All right, Aquarius. So this is what I have for you for the new moon. Huge energy here for you. Lots of cards came out. As always, I recommend listening to your sun, moon, and rising sign to get more of the story. This will be, again, your first house if you are an Aquarius rising. But take good care, and I will see you next time. I hope you found support in these messages today. See you soon.